Master and apprentice, bro. This is like Jiraiya and Naruto right now.
I don't know. I'm on table 3.
Alcohol stinks.
It says.
It sucks like Chessmon. Chessmon drinks a lot of alcohol.
Chessmon gets the bitches, so.
That's the only. That's the one thing he gets.
This is the best conversation.
What the fuck? It only rolls 4.
That's the only thing he gets, you know. The hose aren't working.
I have 4.
How's it going, YouTube? It's Panda time. In this match we have myself playing the classic MagnaGarurumon going up against the Young Wind with the Lord Knight. So we're gonna start off with Upamon into the Stravi and Koji. Pretty solid opener. I think here the debate is whether I open with Boko or a Koji. And the idea is that if I get set to 3, I can play Boko and then still get memory from the Boko right away. Wind's gonna start with the TK, which honestly is a really good start. If he's got the full chain and TK, it's like pretty hard to stop, right? The full Lord Knight on the first chain can be very, very scary. So this time we are gonna play the Boko. Not get a Tamer, sadly, but we at least get a Kumamon. Might have just been missing a level 4 there. Yeah, so this is like a classic Lord Knight, right? Memory setter can choke to 1 and then be set up to go into Lord Knight next turn. Honestly, really, really strong opening, right? So knowing that we're gonna get Lord Knight next turn, we're gonna see what I do. Kuma, just to get some value out of Pokemon right away. Go into a Beowulf so we can recycle our Kuma. We get the memory back from the Koji. We assume that like the Beowulf is gonna just die to Lord Knight anyway, right? But I think we just need to like Digivolve, draw, cycle, get something going. But now I don't have a Tamer. We don't have a rookie either, which is kind of sad. Davis reveals 2 Davis, but we at least get a Korikaku. So now with 3 memory, yeah, Lord Knight. This should be a really strong turn overall, right? There might be Nightmons or Starmons to clear opposing Digimon, but for sure the Beowulf is getting swung over. I think he tried to draw off the Upa, but he was for security, yeah. So Starmon gonna clear the Bokomon. Really solid start, right? Like pretty quick Lord Knight setup, and now with TK and Kari, he's gonna be getting extra memory at the start of every turn, right? So really, really scary opener. We'll see if we can somehow answer the Lord Knight. One of the only ways we can really answer Lord Knight is by bouncing her, because the DP boost is just too annoying, right? We swing, getting Upa and memory, so I think that Digivolve is definitely worth it. And we essentially have 2 lines to play here, right? Is one, we try to bounce the Lord Knight, try and fight for the board still, or just go into rush mode and try and, you know, close the game out. So I can play Koji and then Digivolve into the Magna right away. I love Koji and Magna, obviously. Look at how strong this is, right? Like, even though this Magna can swing, we essentially still pass over with a full Magna and we answered his Lord Knight, right? So he has to start rebuilding again. Now, sadly, we didn't have a rookie there. If we had a rookie in the back, we could have been set up for lethal next turn by going, you know, promote rookie, double swing Magna, hybrid for game. But sadly, missing the rookie really, really hurts. That said, though, I think we're still in a good spot. Gonna just be swinging with the Starmon. Doesn't want to, you know, start building, at least not with that. Does have Casamon and a bunch of Tamers to work with. Plus memory, right? The TK and Kari definitely passed over a good amount of memory. Pulsemon, I guess just cycling might be missing, you know, some of those pieces. So the first Lord Knight was like pretty set up, but couldn't go into a second one right away, because with 5 memory he definitely could have been set up for Lord Knight the following turn, right? At this point, Magna can do his thing, you know, get a bunch of chip damage, and we hopefully just have to set up so that we can win with a hybrid next turn, basically. So Magna swing, we're gonna bounce the Gladiemon, don't want to give him a hybrid back, get memory back from Koji. Hitting into TK and Kari kinda sucks, because now no matter what he's gonna start his turn at 7 memory, so that's definitely scary. We finally get a rookie, so we can at least set up a Stravi. I do Digivolve over my Davis, but this is because we want to at this point just fully clear the board, right? All he does have is a Pulse One in the back. Granted, like I said, he's gonna have been having 7 memory to work with no matter what. But we're still in a pretty decent spot. Now, the Magna can swing again, but it would just be set up to get punched over by the Lord Knight. I like the idea of leaving the Magna standing up. He can attack twice and then just set up game for next turn. You can definitely make the argument that I should just swing with Magna and then have the Stravi for game, but you know, Kasuchimon is a thing, so an overextension into Kasuchi recover 3 would definitely hurt too much, which is why we don't swing with the Magna there the second time. So Knightmon, Blinding Rays, enough memory to go into the Lord Knight. So Win was able to go into 2 Lord Knights this game. Can then play a Knightmon. Pretty good stuff. And then Knightmon can go into Kasuchi to heal, right? Go to 3. And then be kinda set up. At this point though, Magna swinging twice, we have a rookie and we have a tamer. So assuming there's nothing crazy in security, we should have the game, right? So the correct sequencing here is you want to swing with your rookie first, because in case that Spiral Masquerade hit, you know, the Masquerade can't clear the Magna. That said, if the Magna gets minus 6k, then it could... Well, I guess if he dies to the second check, it doesn't matter anyway at that point, right? Yeah, we can use the effect to bounce, swing again, and then hybrid for game. So that was a pretty solid game 1. We had to hard play a Koji and immediately go into the Magna. But honestly, that was still a really good play. Being able to bounce the Lord Knight was obviously insanely strong. And then oftentimes we see like Magna come out and the game be over on the spot. But sometimes when the Magna sits there on the board a couple turns, it's still super powerful, right? You're getting 2 swings every single turn. We're able to bounce opposing Digimon. Like after bouncing the Lord Knight, Win had 2 stacks and we were able to clear them by going into a Beowulf and using the Magna as well. So yeah, I love Magna. I still think it's great. I think it's gonna be good in BT8 as well. I don't think I make any changes, honestly. Maybe like taking out the Supreme Cannon, since that's kind of like just meta reliant because everyone's like spamming those rookies right now, but we'll see. But yeah, being able to bounce level 6s, oh man, Magna's just too good. Alright, going into game 2 here. Looks like I'm going to be started off. We have the Stravi into Davis. Pretty solid opener. Get to pick up a Kumamon. Upa into the Pulsemon. Did you guys see there's a new Pulsemon revealed? There's like so many Pulsemon in the Digimon card game now. It's pretty funny. I'm going to start with the TK. Again, really solid start. Although this time around we have Davis, so we're not going to be getting memory choked. So going to go into the Gladiamon instead of the 1-cost Evo. Stravi is gonna just be swinging, right? We're definitely going aggro here. Still earlier in the game, trying to pick up my pieces. Boko, again, no tamer, but we at least get a Stravimon. I don't know why I grabbed the Stravi like that. And then hard play a Stravi. Now that's a good Stravi. That Stravi got me a Koji and the Magna. I instantly took those. So I guess because we have 3 bodies, he feels kind of pressured. So he's going to swing over the Stravi and then Starmon the Boko. Now, this line of play is pretty good at clearing the board. The problem with this is that he's got 2 Digimon that now we can answer, right? So Angelomon's gonna give my Stramon secure attack minus. So his line of play essentially neutralized my board, right? Cleared 2 of my rookies and then made it so the 3rd one couldn't attack. But it was still very early on in the game. I don't know if he should have, you know, been that pressured. The Beowulf just cleans up so well there. We can punch over the Angelomon and then bounce the 2nd stack. Now, I did have to use my Davis, but we're at least able to set up a Koji. From this position, we have Beowulf, 2 rookies, and a Koji set up. And even though he was able to go into a Knightmon and put me to 1, I feel like we're still in such a good position to win the game, right? Everything can just swing now. We just have to do a little bit of damage. We go into a Magna there just to restand so that we don't get swung over. And although the Magna doesn't have any hybrids under its stack that we can use to bounce, we can still restand with other methods, right? Such as by playing, you know, a Boko Stravi or something like that, or proccing an Upamon. Now the Lord Knight is there. Doesn't have a Knightmon though, just the young Bushi Agumon. But at this point we just need to do 2 more damage. Pitamon, you know, a good line of defense, putting me to 1 and getting a blocker. I think that's definitely the correct line. Magna can swing though, so now no security for wind. We can use the other Koji to once again use the effect to go into a Magna. This Magna can just bounce the Lord Knight, and now it's a Pitamon facing off against 2 Magnas and a Stravi in the back, and that's gonna be game. So I think this game was a good example of how strong Magna is. Bouncing level 6 is too good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Shoutouts to Wind.